glow up this, glow up that. Everyone's talking about how you can glow up, level up, do things better for yourself this new year. It doesn't even have to be new year. It could be next week, tomorrow, whatever it is. If you want to make yourself glow up in any way, I'm going to talk about 5 things that I have seen myself personally glowing up over the last few years. Number 1 is to find a hobby. I personally have 2 hobbies outside of my 9-to-5 corporate job. The first hobby is this, my YouTube channel. I'm super passionate about vlogging, sharing my life, recording my life, talking about family things, love life things, dinner recipes, taking you with me on different adventures I'm going through in life, talking about the struggle, talking about different things. I spend many hours in my week towards this investment of creativity for me. I see it as that, as an investment, as an asset, because this is something that I have as a creative outlet. I post weekly and I hold myself accountable there. The second thing I have is Pure Barre, which is a barre studio, and it's a workout that I really love. So I do it around 3 to 4 times a week, and it's my favorite time of the week. It is my selfish time. It is my personal time within Pure Barre. It is a localized studio where it is an instructor teaching the class. I absolutely love that because personally for me, it's harder for me to walk into a gym and do things myself. I've done it in the past and I've like created schedules and regimen and things like that to try to stick with. It's just not my favorite thing. I like having an instructor, I like having order, and knowing that I go in for 50 minutes, I give it my all for that 50 minutes, and I feel really great after. Also at my barre studio, they do milestones. So 50 milestones, 100 milestones, 250. So it's also like something I can stick to and something that I can promise to myself that I am going to do. I schedule the classes and I hold myself accountable to go because it makes me feel so much better and it makes me look better. Personally for me, I feel toned, I feel strong, and it's great. So the second piece of advice to glowing up is that you need to have a signature scent. My signature scent is vanilla. So anything on the lines of vanilla, not floral. I don't really like as much floral scents. My one ride or die is my Bare Vanilla by Victoria's Secret. I'm sharing this with you. I'm not gatekeeping, but this is my favorite thing ever. I actually started this in 7th grade, started having this scent, and I have not changed it. My friends that know me in high school, whenever I see them again, they literally say it brings back flashbacks of high school and smelling me around the hallways. If you want to have a lasting effect on people, wear one perfume and one scent, because you are going to have a lasting effect. Scent correlates with nostalgia and that clicking moment for people. So when they smell you, automatically they associate you with that smell, and it's just really good all around. This is just body mist, but I've added a Louis Vuitton perfume. This is my go-to. Everyone knows I smell like this too. It's the Attrape Revez. Find a perfume that you love. Go to Sephora, go to Ulta, go to Nordstrom, go to these places, go get the sampler perfumes, like the boxes that have like 20 different perfumes if you have no idea, or just go smell. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. I have a cologne that I absolutely love, and it makes such a difference. Like, I feel like when I'm dating a guy who has a cologne and a signature cologne, I feel like they really glow up. I'm like 10 times more attracted to that person if they have a good smelling cologne, and I'm liking that. The third way to glow up is to have this certain mindset. I'm gonna give you a phrase, give you a motto, and you're gonna apply this to your life starting now. As you're watching this, you're gonna apply this to your life. Do not use your weekends to run away from the life you have. Use them to build the life that you want. Let me say that again. Use your weekends not to run away from the life that you have, but to use them to build the life you want. I heard this about 4 years ago and it has changed my life. If you want to be different, you have to do different. Everyone talks about these glow ups and like being a different person, you know, jumping into a level of yourself that you hadn't reached yet, things like that. Like you just like exude goodness, like you exude that you just leveled up a little bit, right? You cannot get there unless you change things or do things differently. So for instance, this piece of advice about the weekends, no matter where you are in life, whether you are in high school, whether in college, college, whether you're a post-grad, whether you are building a business, use your weekends. Your 5 days a week, your Monday through Friday, should be working where you have to work, where you need to work. But for those weekends, a lot of people, me included, you use those weekends to run away and to null the feelings of your week. So for instance, for me, I have a 9-to-5 corporate job. It's exhausting. I get burnt out very easily with this job. For my weekends, most of the time, I am just hanging out with friends. I am exploring new places. I am just doing absolutely nothing. And those are good, those are healthy, but that's not gonna get me out of anything that if I did wanna get out of anything. Say for instance, I'm in high school and I'm nervous about college. You do your 5 days a week in high school, and on those weekends, you want to build the life you want, right? Getting accepted in colleges. So those weekends, there should be some time within those weekends that you are applying to college. You're applying, you're researching, you're doing those things. Instead of running away from the life that you have, which you're never going to, doing that, you're never going to get the life you want. So for instance, if you're a 9-to-5 corporate job, you're not happy at your job, you feel super tired, you just hate your work, whatever it is for you. If you keep running away from that and just drinking and hanging out with friends and exploring and spending money and things like that over the weekend, you are never, ever going to glow up and change what you have. You have to do something different. You need to spend more time on those weekends and the time that you have that's free to build the life you want. You have to be uncomfortable to grow and to glow up. The 4th way to glow up, read a lot. When you read a book, it teaches you something, you learn something. I'm talking about like more so self-help books. I don't mean your romantic fantasy. I love my romantic series. Sarah J. Maas is a queen. I can reread those series all the time. I absolutely love it. I love reading. But what I mean is reading self-help books or financial books or real estate books or something that you are teaching yourself still. Here's a little secret that not many people talk about or really realize. You never graduate from school. You are never ever not doing school. So when people tell you, oh my gosh, this is my last year of school, I'm never gonna do an assignment again, blah, 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 that's false. That's a lie. That is a complete lie, because we're always students and you should have that mindset. If you want to glow up, you need that mindset. Just know that you are never going to graduate from school. You should always be learning. You should always be reading a book at the time, like a self-help book, something, a manifestation book, self-help book, a prayer book, going into your spirituality, your religion, all those sorts of books you should be reading and investing time into doing so. You get different mindsets. You learn things that you can start applying to your life. Let me try to think of a book. 101 Essays. I love that book because you can easily just flip through, pick an essay to read that applies to your life. Another book I love, let me go pull it. I have some books pulled off of my bookshelf that I want to share with you because this has been a great piece of advice from my father. Why not share amazing, rare, not even rare knowledge, like this is accessible, but rare as in you need to hear this. Like this is something that you need to hear. Start off with Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Read this. This is celebrating 20 years as the #1 personal finance book of all time. You will learn a lot. And then for anybody who's an entrepreneur, wants to start their own business, wants to get out of debt, things like that, read the cash flow quadrant. There's a diagram. The E is for employee, S is for small business or self-employed, B is for big business, and I is for investor. Move beyond job security and begin to find your own world of financial freedom. These are great mindset books. I highly recommend. So don't even get overwhelmed with all those books. At least read this one. And then the 5th way to glow up is to have a Pinterest board for everything in your life. Everything at all times. If you want new decorations for your flat, build a Pinterest board what you want it to look like. If you have a dream, build a Pinterest board for that. If you have 2 dreams, 3 dreams, 4 dreams, build a Pinterest board for every single thing that you can even think of. If you want a dog, if you want a cat, if you want a boyfriend, build a Pinterest board and have it. If you want style, if you want to dress a certain way because you're visiting a certain city, build a Pinterest board for that. Pinterest will change your life and make you feel like you are the main character of the movie, because when you see it, you can apply it a bit easier than anything else. With that being said, I really hope that these 5 tips help you glow up in your life. And just an FYI and one more last secret, I still think that you're glowed up. I don't think you need to try super hard to be a different person, because I think that you are beautiful and loved exactly how you are. And I truly mean this to you watching this. You don't need to act a certain way. You don't need to be be a certain size. You don't need to have certain things to be super loved and have worth, because you are so worthy with exactly where you're at right now. But it doesn't hurt to want to strive for a few things that maybe can level up and make you a bit happier. So whatever that is, I hope you achieve it. I hope you get it. You will get it, just an FYI. Thanks for listening. Thanks for following along, and I'll see you next week. Bye, y'all.